Christie Miedema joins me now from Utrecht in the Netherlands. She's the outreach coordinator at Clean Clothes Campaign, an organisation dedicated to improving working conditions in the global garment industry. Welcome to the program, Christie. How would you describe the progress that's been made to improve working conditions in Bangladesh's garment-making industry in the 6 years since the Rana Plaza disaster?
Well, if we look at what happened just after the Rana Plaza collapse, it's that a lot of brands and the government of Bangladesh, everybody involved in the garment industry was shocked. This was an eye-opener. This was a moment that everybody said, this is not the way we can conduct business. So there were a lot of promises, a lot of pledges to do better, to pay higher wages, to take care of freedom of association, to make factories safer. And if we look 6 years on, we see a big improvement in factory safety, which is currently, unfortunately, at risk. The one program that created that progress, and on all the other promises, we see indeed that business as usual has returned, and that the situation for in a lot of topics is just as bad as in 2013 or even worse, and that's of course very concerning.
Sure is. Now, Human Rights Watch has put much of the blame on the current state of working conditions in the global industry on the retailers that actually pay for these garments to be produced. Do you share that same view?
Well, there are, of course, a lot of players in this industry. But yes, the brands and retailers are a very important one. And as long as they continue to drive prices down and continue to look for the cheapest country to source from to continue this conduct this race to the bottom, others will comply to that and will try to push wages down, or will try to make sure that workers can't organize to together create better working conditions. So yeah, they are a very important player in this, and as long as they try to search for the lowest wage possible, the lowest price possible, a lot of labor violations will persist.
So you've mentioned that some progress has been made since the Rana Plaza disaster, but what more, in your view, needs to be done to address, I guess, the broader issue, not only in Bangladesh, but in other industries around the world?
That is a very big question. So if we look at first of how can we save the progress that was actually made after the Rana Plaza collapse, that is making sure that the program that is making factories safe in Bangladesh, the Bangladesh Accord for Fire and Building Safety, that will continue to be able to operate in Bangladesh until the Bangladeshi authorities are ready to take over the work. That is at risk at the moment. If we look at the garment industry as a whole, I don't know where to begin. There's so much that needs to happen. There's wages that generally are way too low. There is freedom of association that needs to be addressed per country. Actually, the Bangladesh Accord is a great example of how such problems can be addressed. It's a binding agreement by garment brands and global unions and local unions that together address this issue, and it's legally binding and transparent, meaning that we can all follow what's happening and can see the progress. So we think that this could actually be an example to address other issues such as wages or gender-based violence or other topics that are going on in this sector.
Okay, so sounds like there's much more work to be done. Christie Miedema in Utrecht, thanks again for your time.